Hey Bonita gang, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Tonisha and this is my channel. I know I said I was going to be consistent this year, but I've been slacking off a little bit. A lot of it. I haven't posted a video since I have dyed my hair. So if you haven't checked out those videos, I'll leave the link down below so you can see how I achieve my hair color. I was supposed to do a video of me curling my locks from when I curled my locks for my birthday. And my birthday was February 10th. I did do like a small snippet of it on my TikTok. But I am going to do like a full-on tutorial on how I curl my hair. If you want to see my birthday look for my birthday, I'll just leave a few pictures on the screen. Now, this is actually a highly requested video. A very highly requested video. I had posted something on my Instagram story. If I still have the picture, I will link it. Actually, let me see, because I'm looking at my iPad too. If I still have it, yeah, I do still have it on my iPad. So I'll link it up on the screen of when I went to go do DoorDash one time. And everyone was like, what's that? Da 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 da. Is DoorDash worth making money? Is Instacart worth doing to make money? Is it worth doing it full time? And blase blase. So if you are new here, I am self-employed. I run my business, which is Temptinglipscosmetics LLC, where I make beauty and beard care with you in mind. The link is always down in the description. And I also do Instacart and DoorDash full-time. So, yeah, this is not my first go around of doing like, freelance work, I guess. A couple years ago, I did Lyft and Uber full-time as well. I believe I do still have that video linked. I think I do still have that video on my channel. If I do, I will link it down in the description. But due to the pandemic, I did actually stop doing Lyft and Uber. And then I was, doing a 9-to-5. The last 9-to-5 that I had was a commission-based job. Didn't really like it, so here we are. So yeah, I was getting a lot of questions about, is it worth doing it, like for extra money, or just doing it full-time. For my other entrepreneur friends who are full-time business owners as well and just want something else on the side to make some extra money. So that's basically what this video is about. It's just explaining how both the apps work, how I make the most out of the apps, and how I make almost $1,000 with both apps within a week. So yeah, so let's talk about Instacart first. Actually, no, let's talk about DoorDash first. No, let's talk about Instacart. Let's talk about Instacart first. So, I'm going to leave some screenshots on the screen, and so I can kind of explain exactly what I'm talking about, and basically show you guys like what you should earn when you are doing Instacart per batch. So a batch is per order, but some batches can have more than one customer in said order. So, and usually batches with more orders in it, you can only do 3. The max is 3 orders per batch, but the more orders are within a batch is the more money that you make. Now, while doing that, the first thing I would say when it comes to doing Instacart, you really need to know your local area. So let me just put some disclaimers out there first. So like I said, I do this full-time. So that means I treat this as a full-time job. That means I do almost full-time hours. Sometimes, some days I don't, some days I do, just depending on how much I make. Also, it does determine where you live. So where you live really determines on how much you can make and how much you could make. I am currently in the DMV area. Specifically, I'm in the Nova area, which is North Virginia. And I get pretty decent amount orders. Now, also what I do know about my area is that mostly everyone in my area are still working from home. You're probably wondering, Nisha, how do you know that? Because I did have a 9-to-5 last year. I'm not going to say with whom, because it was a government job, where I did have to talk to people, and most of the people that I did have to talk to were working from home. So I know for a fact that my area has a lot of people working from home, and those people typically do not want to go out and grocery shop after looking at a computer screen for 8 to 10 hours. Just a disclaimer. Okay. So while I'm looking at the screenshot that I'm going to put on the screen, I'm just going to explain to you guys everything that is on this particular screenshot. So on this screenshot, it shows basically the home screen of Instacart. So when you log on to Instacart, most of the times it will tell you if there's any batches available. So this is showing me that at the time that I was logged in, there was one batch available for $26.11, and it has 2 full service orders. So that means that it's 2 orders or 2 people that I am grocery shopping for $26.11. And this is also including any tips that the customer is going to give you. Also with Instacart, they do like a heavy item fee or something like that. So if someone orders like a case of water or more than 1 cases of water, you get extra pay for that. Kitty litter that's over like I think 15 pounds, if they order more than 1 kitty litter, dog food, anything like that, you do get a heavy item fee. I don't know exactly what the said fee is. I just know if it's heavy items within that order, I do get paid a little bit more. So also looking at this, we can see that the amount of time I'm going to be driving is 19.6 miles, and that for both orders there are 44 items and 63 units. Now for this particular order, from where I was sitting at in my car, I would not have taken this particular order. And let me explain why. And that's why I say you have to really know your area, because you still have to drive to the store depending on where you are. So for Instacart, like I said, I'm in the Nova area, so I can still see orders from DC, Maryland, and a little bit further down than where I am, which is Fredericksburg. So I still have to put into the factor that I have to drive to that location, shop for the customers, and still drive to their homes and or apartments. So for this particular order, it's in Lorton. So from where I was in my car, it was not worth the drive for $26. So Lorton from where I was probably maybe about, give or take, 15 miles from my house. Well, I wasn't at my house, but I was like within like the surrounding area of my house. So Lorton was about 15 miles away, if that. So about 20 minutes away. Now the good thing about Instacart, when you do accept an order, you have up into I think 30 minutes to start the order until they take that batch away from you. So just in case I wanted to take this order, I still had, like enough time to go to that store, pick the order, and all that good jazz. But this just wasn't worth the money for me. If I'm going to Lorton and I'm having 2 orders, I would want personally at least $30 or more because of the drive there, and then I still have to come back to my area just in case there's no other Instacart orders in Lorton at the time. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. If you have any other questions, you can comment them down in the comment section if I don't touch on anything in this video. So the next screen that I'm going to show is basically, so this is a whole different order because when I was trying to screenshot the details of the $26 order, someone had already accepted it. So another order popped up, so I just went on ahead and just screenshotted the screen. So for this particular order, it was $11.08. So it tells you like exactly like what you're getting. So it breaks down the payment. So all of Instacart orders, batch earnings or base pay for a batch is $7 plus whatever the customer decides to tip you. And like I said earlier, if there are more than one order within a batch, you can earn more tips. So the person was tipping me $4.08 if I was to take this order. So the little blue dot on the screen is showing where I was exactly when I had, clicked on the order. So the little blue circle is where I am, and the two icons at the top with the house and the store is how far the store is from the house. So I think it does tell me on the screen. Okay, so the drive was only from the store to the house 1.5 miles, and it had 11 items with 37 units. So when it comes to units and like items, so the person ordered 19 items of something, but there's 37 units of a particular item, if that makes sense. So let's say I ordered apples, right? So the apple would count as one item, but if I wanted 5 of that type of apples, it would count as units. It's the same thing that goes for like weight. It counts weight as a unit. So let's say someone wanted like 2 pounds of chicken breast, it will be a number 2 next to the chicken breast. And so you can see what the person orders you can see what the person had ordered before you accept that order. And that's what the items are at the bottom, and then you just slide to accept. Now, I could have took this order from where I was to that part. Actually, no, I wouldn't have taken that order because that's going up towards lower end, just like the last order I was talking about. So this part of Woodbridge is probably almost the same amount of time and distance, about 15 miles, probably 20 minutes, depending on the traffic on the highway or if I want to take back roads. So just for this particular order, I probably wouldn't have taken either, only because the pay was so low. But because I know it was only 19 items, I probably could have finished it within like 30 minutes or so. So with Instacart, they do also time you from when you start your order. So once I get to the store, I'm gonna try to put a screenshot on the screen as well. Once you get to the store, it'll say start shopping, and then it'll give you like some COVID guidelines, and some stores have different bag policies. I'm not sure if this is for everywhere, but in certain stores in Virginia, they do charge for bags. I know all Aldis do charge for bags, so the customer is paying for the bags. Some Wegmans charge for bags and things of that nature. But when you start shopping, at the bottom of the screen, it will have like a timer. So this is for once you have started doing Instacart, like for a week. So for the first week, it's just like you getting to know the app and learning how to be like a personal shopper. And then after about a week, you start getting timed for shopping. Now for me, I usually take orders that are like 60 items or less. If I do take orders that are more than 100 items, I don't want it to be for more than one person because it fills up the cart entirely too much, and I don't like to mix up people's orders. So on average, because I now know all of the stores that I frequently shop at, and it's kind of weird because like all the stores that I go to now, they should be like, this Instacart or this is your personal shopping. I was like, no, it's Instacart. But yeah, so it takes me probably 30 minutes to pick orders that are between 30 and 40 items, sometimes less than that. It just depends on the time of the day and if the store is busy. So, and that's how you pretty much calculate how much you can make for, you know, the day. So I know if I'm working like literally all day from like 7 a.m., that's what I usually start. From 7 to 12 at noon, I should be at least at $50 or more. If I'm not at $50 or more by noon, then I'll get off Instacart and then switch to DoorDash, because around that time in my area, DoorDash starts to pick up for you know, lunch and everything like that. So each like per se batch, depending on how many orders are in the batch, should take you no more than 2 hours, because like I said, you still have to go to the store, still have to shop for the person, and still deliver the items to that person. So that's how I try to factor out if a batch is worth me driving to and actually picking. Typically, I usually don't accept any batches less than $15, only because, well, no, and it just depends on the situation. But I usually don't accept anything less than 15. I usually don't really accept anything less than 20 most of the time, because I know I can finish like 5 batches by 1 or 2 o'clock, and then, you know, like call it a day. Excuse me. The only time I would accept batches that are under $15 is if like there's nothing else going on Instacart, and DoorDash is really nothing going on DoorDash, or I have to drive too far for DoorDash. Then I'll accept anything that's like under $15. And usually orders that are under $15 most of the time are small orders, besides Aldi. Like, I don't like shopping at Aldi. I rarely do Aldi orders unless there's like literally nothing on the screen, and there's been nothing on the screen for hours. Because Aldi's, you have to you know, pack your own bags, and I'm not about to shop, drive, and pack your bags for you. No. And then people in Aldi, they like to the customers for Aldi's, they like to go overboard. Like, I seen one Aldi's order that was like 100 items. No, 100 units. More than 100 units, and they were only paying $7. And then when I looked at the screen, it was showing that they were a first-time customer. So that's another thing you do have to look out for. If this is their first time with Instacart, typically they don't have to tip. And they usually don't tip because that's their first free delivery. But like I said, all of the base pay for Instacart orders are $7. So yeah, that's pretty much how like Instacart works. You do have to scan the items on your phone. So I do highly suggest that you have a car charger or a portable charger with you if you do decide to do this full time. Or if you don't do it full time, just make sure your phone is completely charged, because it does run up your battery pretty quick. So now let's go on to DoorDash. I don't think I have any screenshots on DoorDash, because DoorDash is pretty much it's pretty much like Lyft and Uber. Unlike Instacart, where you can pick and choose what batches you want to accept, DoorDash pretty much just throws anything on your phone. It just depends on how close to a restaurant you are. So I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm messing with my robe. So like I'm saying, like all this I'm talking about, this is my particular area. I have not really done DoorDash, and I've only done DoorDash maybe once or twice in Maryland, and I just don't like doing it in Maryland and DC because there's a lot of traffic. And it's a lot of cameras, and in Nova there's no street cameras per se, so that's why I try to stay down here with DoorDash. So the way that DoorDash works, sometimes on the screen, and I'll try to put some screenshots on the screen, it will either say schedule Dash Now, or Dash Along the Way. So what that means is when it says to schedule, that means that you can schedule yourself for the day. It will tell you when your start time could be, and you can choose when your end time that you want to end DoorDash. Dash Now means that it's probably super busy within that area. So that means as soon as you log on, you should be in a high volume area for orders. So you can start accepting whatever they send to your phone. And Dash Along the Way, that just means that you're close to a very busy area. You just have to drive to it. So with DoorDash, I believe their base pay per order is like $2.25 plus whatever the customer is going to tip you. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention about tips on Instacart. So the only difference between tips on Instacart and DoorDash, on Instacart, they can take up to 24 hours to either increase your tip or decrease your tip. So like I was showing you on the screen, I'll put it back on the screen again. So the base pay was $7 for, you know, the batch, and then the tip was $4.08. So that customer has 24 hours to finalize that tip. So that means you cannot cash out on that tip until 24 hours later, because the customer has the right to either increase your tip or decrease it. So let's say that I made $120 for the day, but in my base pays, I've only made $80 for the day, and I have $20 pending in tips. I can cash out on that $80 right then and there, but for the $20 in tips, I do have to wait until tomorrow until all of my customers finalize that tip from the time that I delivered. So let's just make it more simple. So for that particular order, it was a $7 base pay and $4.08 for the tip. Let's say I started I accepted the order at 12 and I didn't deliver it until about 1:30. So today's Saturday. So I delivered and pressed complete delivery at 1:30 on Saturday. I cannot cash out on that tip until Sunday at 1:30. Hope that makes sense. Okay, back to DoorDash. So with DoorDash, the base pay is $2.25. If it's not like surging in that area, like sometimes you get a surge pay of $1 or $2 or anything like that. Same thing with Instacart. There are some surge times when you can earn extra money on your batch, and then plus whatever the customer decides to tip you. So excuse me, I got a little gas in my chest. I don't know what's going on. Woo, what was that? What the hell was that? Anyway, so yeah, so you can cash out on all of the money that you make on DoorDash as soon as you make it or at the end of your dash. So there's 3 different payment options or payout options on DoorDash. You can either get their DoorDash card, their Dash Now card. I do have that because you don't have to pay a fee to like cash out. It goes automatically into the Dash Now card. You can either cash out through your personal bank account, but they charge you $2 for that. Or if you do the instant payout. Wait, am I saying that right? I just know there's 3 different types of payout, and there's only 2 types of payout on Instacart. Instant cash out, which is 50 cents, or you just wait for the money to deposit into your account that following Wednesday. So if you work from Sunday to Sunday, whatever you don't cash out on Sunday will be deposited into your bank account by Wednesday. So with DoorDash, like I was saying, it's just like Lyft or Uber. They just come to your phone if you're close to a per se restaurant, And all you have to do is just drive to the restaurant, literally tell them who you're picking up for DoorDash, drop it off, and take a picture. That's literally it. That's all you have to do. Now, with both apps, you can accept alcohol orders. I've never done like tobacco orders or anything dealing with weed, so I'm not too sure about the requirements for that. But for Instacart, you do have to scan their IDs, and DoorDash, they usually have their IDs already on the app, and you just have to verify that it's them and just have them sign on your phone. So yeah, so how do I make $1,000 within a week? That's probably what you guys were all waiting for. Like I said, I do set certain goals per day for myself. I try to at least make 120 or more on Instacart before like 4 o'clock. And then maybe I would DoorDash for an hour after I'm done Instacarting to make my gas money, and so I don't have to use the money that I've earned through Instacart to put gas into my car. Since I started doing it full time, I realized that I have to put gas in my car at least 4 times within a week. So for my car, it takes about $30 to $35, depending if the prices of gas keep fluctuating. But it takes about $30 to $35. So $30 to $35 times that by 4, I'm already taking away $120 from my earnings per week. So I try to use DoorDash to buy gas and things that I may need for my business, and everything I make through Instacart, because I know I make the most money through Instacart, go towards my bills. And then of course anything I make through my business helps me with bills and help me buy business materials as well. And I think that's pretty much it. Which one do I like most? I would say I can't really answer that question because I've done DoorDash for a complete day without doing Instacart, and the same amount of time that I put into doing DoorDash all day, I could have made an Instacart probably within a couple hours, because like I said, it just depends on the time of day. And what I've learned from doing this full time for Instacart, the best times to go out to make the most money is on Sundays, because Sundays are mostly when stores are replenishing the stores, and that's when people mostly shop the most. I think the most that I made on Instacart in one day without doing DoorDash at all was like $185, and that's for doing like an 8-hour shift. Wait, yeah, it was. I worked for 8 hours that day, and I made like $185. And when I did when I did DoorDash for just by itself for about 8 hours, I made about 120 or something like that. So I like both apps. They're very consistent when it comes to orders in my area. I just prefer Instacart more because I know I can earn more with the time that I'm putting in, if that makes sense. But the orders from DoorDash do add up a lot once you keep getting orders back to back. I think that's pretty much it. I think that's it. If I didn't answer your question and you had highly requested this video, or if I didn't give too much information about the topic of Instacart and DoorDash, leave your comments in the comment section. I may make a part 2 to this video if I get too many questions, or yeah, I might do a second part if I didn't answer or explain anything correctly within this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this video has helped you, or if you decide that you want to do Instacart or DoorDash. If you are in a DMV area, I can send you my referral code, and so you can start the process a little bit more quickly. And yeah, I know I said this in my last videos, I am trying to be more consistent, but depression has been kicking my ass, so it's been really hard for me to create content. I'm actually about to get ready to make some TikToks soon. So if you're not following me on TikTok, you should be. And as always, I love you guys, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.